Welcome to Coaching for Creatives with Kirsten. My name is Kirsten Call. I'm a therapist-trained life coach and a children's book author. Together, we'll get the drama out of our lives and onto the page. Let's get started. You are listening to Episode 107, How to Get What You Need. I woke up today to 4 inches of snow on my driveway and walk. The snow was pristine, lovely, and very much needed to be removed so my kids could go to school and I could go the places I need to go today. Usually, my husband would get out the snowblower and take care of it, but he's on a business trip. So I woke up my teenage kids, told them there was no way they were getting out of the driveway without shoveling, and walked to the top of my driveway to go on my weekly walk with one of my dearest friends. As we started the walk, I mentioned Daniel was out of town and I wasn't sure if the kids would get up, let alone shovel in time to get to school. "Do you have 2 shovels?" my friend asked. "We can get our steps in and still talk and shovel at the same time." So we ended up shoveling and talking together for an hour this morning. What a kind, giving, incredible friend. Shout out to you, Lauren. I love you. You're amazing. She saw my need and helped me so happily. According to researcher Seth J. Gillihan, knowing and naming your needs results in incredible benefits. In Psychology Today, he writes, "Not surprisingly, people who are good at identifying their needs are also more likely to have their psychological needs met. They enjoy better relationships, a greater sense of being good at what they do, and more freedom in their actions." So, those who know how to identify their needs are more emotionally stable. Also less likely to have FOMO because you actually know that you need that night in. And they also feel more secure in their relationships, likely because they're not wondering if they actually want something or someone else instead. So today we're talking about how to get what you need. I got what I needed this morning through friendship. I'm so grateful for good friends. But before we get what we need, we have to understand what we need. Of course, we can't get what we need if we don't even know what it is, right? So let's talk about how to identify our needs. First, ask yourself a few questions like, what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling it? Is there a need I have that I'm not fulfilling? What is it that I need? What is it I need that I'm not getting? For example, when my kids were little, I needed more adult conversation. When I realized this, I knew busy schedules would make this difficult. But I love connecting with friends and family through quality alone time. So I thought about how I could fulfill this need in a way that was good for me and my friends. I started walking weekly with 4 different friends who I meet with in the morning. Not only do we catch up and connect through conversation, but we're also experiencing nature and getting exercise. So I'm actually fulfilling 3 of my needs at once: exercise, friendship, and nature. And bonus today, my Wednesday morning walking partner became my Wednesday morning snow clearing partner. So once we ask ourselves those questions about what we need, we usually better understand what we need and take an account of what we're feeling and dug into why we might be feeling like that. So once we know what we need, how do we get it? Here are some ideas. Number 1, give yourself what you need. When I first got married, I thought a spouse was supposed to provide everything I needed emotionally. Like if I wanted to walk in nature, my husband would of course do that with me. Or if I wanted to discuss a book, of course he would read it and discuss it with me. And yes, my husband has done both of those things many, many times with me. And he doesn't love to read books as much as I do. He's great with articles, though. I learned quickly that I can't expect any one person to fulfill all my needs, except for myself. I can expect myself to fulfill my needs. For example, I've always joined or started a book club everywhere I live. This fulfills my need to read and discuss books, and my husband doesn't have to read any books he's not interested in reading. This leads me to number 2, which is get rid of expectations of other people. We have expectations for other people. It's kind of like a manual we have in our heads. A good husband would read every book I want him to read and discuss it weekly. Or we have a manual about what a good friend does. A good friend answers all my texts within an hour. Or a good friend invites me over weekly, or whatever you think other people should do. I'm going to repeat this. We do not need other people to fulfill our needs. That's our job. We need to fulfill our own needs. We can count on ourselves to do that. We can't control anything about what anyone else does, but we can control what we do. Number 3, if you feel like you need to be seen and heard and validated, you can do it for yourself. Maybe your kids or your spouse or your friends don't see and hear and validate you in the way you need, but you can do that for yourself. You can practice self-talk that sees and hears and validates you. Perhaps take out a piece of paper right now and write down a list of all the ways you are amazing. Write down all your talents, all the things you're good at. You can use this list to practice self-talk that sees and hears and validates you. Like, I've got this. I'm an exceptional listener. I'm an exceptional friend. I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be. I'm exactly the friend, parent, author, therapist, fill in the blanks that I'm supposed to be. I am capable. I lift others up. I am not alone. I'm dauntless. I'm persistent. I make things happen. I embrace uncertainty and change with courage, etc. Number 4, talk to yourself about your needs. Research shows that talking to yourself can improve control over a task and boost cognitive function. Just the push you need to go after what you want. Number 5, remind yourself it's not someone else's responsibility to fulfill my needs. I know I've already said this, but really it's so freeing to realize we don't need to depend on other people for our emotional well-being. When other people show up and fulfill our needs, it's like icing on the cake. It's extra. It's delightful. Which leads me to number 6. Ask for someone to help you with what you need. Of course, there's nothing wrong with asking for help with getting what we need. In fact, our loved ones most likely want to help us and sometimes just need us to articulate what we need in order for them to help us. If you've always put other people's needs before your needs, asking for what you need can be really tough. So perhaps start the conversation with gratitude and appreciation for what you are getting from the other person. Then tell them how you feel and exactly what you need. Number 7, think about what you want more of, not less of. So many times we might say to ourselves, I need to eat less sugar, instead of I need more water and more veggies. Thinking about what we need in terms of what we want more of is a powerful way to reframe our thoughts more positively. So, as you think about what you need, know your needs matter. When you get what you need, you are more capable of helping others get what they need. There's a beautiful reciprocity and butterfly effect to getting what we need. I'll be over here giving myself some much needed time to be still. Until next time, keep smiling. If you like what you've heard, check out my Get Yourself Unstuck program. Go to KirstenCall.com. That's KirstineCall.com and schedule a free consultation today. Coaching for Creatives is produced by Kirsten Call. Music and audio engineering by James Call.